John Lennon famously criticized much of Paul McCartney's post-Beatles music, including the work McCartney contributed during their time in the band. McCartney reciprocated with a similar stance towards one of Lennon's albums, despite writing liner notes for Two Virgins and taking partial credit for its creation. In 1968, Lennon and Yoko Ono released Two Virgins, the first of 3 experimental albums they produced as a couple. The album sparked controversy due to its cover, featuring Lennon and Ono posing nude, leading to frustration for the other Beatles who fielded questions about it from reporters. McCartney acknowledged that while the cover raised his eyebrows, he didn't find it overly shocking. His main issue lay with the album's contents. The Two Virgins record itself didn't captivate me. The music didn't shock me because I had created similar pieces myself, McCartney explained in The Beatles Anthology. I think John may have drawn inspiration from my experimentation with Brenel tape recorders. I used to manipulate sounds between them, creating eccentric tapes for friends late at night. It was purely ambient music. McCartney revealed that Lennon sought his guidance on how to achieve this effect. John inquired about my methods, so I demonstrated how to connect the machines, McCartney recalled. He acquired 2 for his home in Weybridge, identical to mine, and I showed him the entire setup. Perhaps McCartney believed he could have produced a superior version of the album himself. However, McCartney wasn't alone in his opinion. Ringo Starr admitted the cover left a lasting impression, but he could barely recall the album's sound. George Harrison concurred, stating, "I don't believe I listened to all of Two Virgins, only fragments. It wasn't my cup of tea. That was their personal venture, their journey. They were deeply involved with each other, believing everything they said or did held global significance, resulting in records and films." After the Beatles disbanded, Lennon openly criticized McCartney's music in multiple interviews, particularly targeting McCartney's debut solo album, McCartney. "I thought Paul's effort was subpar," Lennon remarked to Rolling Stone in 1971. "I anticipate he'll produce better work when he feels compelled to, but I found his initial attempt to be lackluster. Remember what I said when it was released? Light and facile." You recall that remark. Although Lennon's criticism softened over time, he admitted to never feeling a void when he ceased collaborating with McCartney. He asserted his superiority as a songwriter, suggesting he no longer relied on McCartney's input.